Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Welcome to my kitchen once again. I have not left here. I like it over here. I forgot how easy it was to maneuver over here. At any rate, Taurus, this is going to be Taurus and Cancer. Sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. For the month of July 2020. Put that in the big master book, so that I will know that I have done Taurus and Cancer. I've already shuffled and cut the cards. Woo! Have mercy. It's hot here. At any rate, as with every situation with Taurus, and no different with Taurus and Cancer right now, y'all are weighing your options. It seems like you all have a little more going than some other Taurus couples. I think I just did a bonus for Scorpio last weekend. And it's picky energy. It's tricky and it's picky. What the fuck you want me to tell you? You've got 5 planets in retrograde motion. And honestly, regardless of what those 5 planets are, when you got that much stuff going backwards, that means there's a lot of look back, a lot of review, a lot of reassessing. And I mean, just think of it in the big scheme of things in terms of what's going on globally with this pandemic. People have been around each other more. So just by virtue of what I do for a living and this, I've heard a lot of people talk about they going to see counselors, marriage counselors, people thinking about getting divorced. People are getting divorced because they realize the person that they've been with for the past however many years is not the person that they married or the person that they hooked up with initially. Everything has changed. So many of those situations have a definite do or die to them. But just looking at the board, and I don't know, y'all can't see the colors probably the way that I can. These are warm colors, which is indicative to me that you, Taurus and Cancer, y'all still care about each other and you care enough to not let anything go. So if I just look at what's on the board before I get all the emotional shit out, your overall energy being a waiting game and synchronicity, that's just what I'm saying. Some of y'all are sitting this out hoping that the energy will settle down and y'all can get back to doing what you're doing, getting back to nature, getting back to the basics of the relationship. This is from the recent past. Compassion, passion ignited, the happy family card and the big deck, talking about your foundation and your achievements. That's where you are currently. Standing your ground, not letting anything move you off of trying to keep this relationship together. Triumphant success here, right now. Futures showing discontent and boredom. The base chakra or the I have. And manifestation. I don't see anything bad here. I see work, but I don't necessarily see anything bad. Once again, stand your ground. Sunshine card coming up on top of the waiting game for your overall energy. The back end of your overall energy being the 10 of coins on synchronicity. This is about the blending of money. We're going to come back to that. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Okay. I'm listening. Judgment card on top of nature. Compassion is pulling the 3 of swords. Passion ignited is pulling the strength card. Foundation and achievements. Pulling the 5 of wands. Stand your ground. Your centerpiece and your challenge card. Pulling the 3 of cups. Triumphant success. Pulling the 7 of wands. Discontent and boredom. Pulling the 5 of coin. Base chakra or the I have. Pulling the 3 of coin. Manifestation. Pulling the chariot. And again, I see what's on the board and I know what I just said, but this is from a different perspective. So this is not, should I stay or should I go? There has been some definite heartache here. And I'm going to just rip through this the way it's coming to me. One or the other, or both of you, needing to show some compassion I don't necessarily want to call this out and say, oh yeah, that was down at Motel 6, getting it on, doing their thing. This is not quite that energy. This seems more like what I call platform infidelity. So pick your platform: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Emotional infidelity. That's what it feels like. And Taurus, maybe this goes both ways. This could be you, Taurus. Maybe got a little too flirty on Facebook. Just saying. It could be you, Cancer. Got a little too close to somebody on Instagram. Something. And whoever wasn't participating found out about it. Here's the thing. In order to move on, because I don't feel termination energy here. I know the Chariot is here. I know the Five of Coins is here. The Judgment card, the Strength card. I see all of that. But that's not what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is some lessons and compassion need to be shown. And there's some growth that needs to happen between the two of you, Taurus and Cancer, so you can keep moving forward. Some of you got some big shit on the back burner as a couple. So this could be investment property. It could be even just something, kids going to private school. However that's resonating with you, it's here. You're going to have to show some compassion. If you think you're going to just kick everybody out, get the hell out, with the hell, and you're going to keep moving and up next, on to the next one, probably not. Either one of you, Taurus or Cancer. If you think you're going to just kick this one down the road and you're going to jump into the next one, I'm doubting it, seriously. And if you do get into something, it's not going to be long term. I'm going to just throw that out there. So there's definitely some compassion that needs to be shown. That's the recent past, but the energy is still prevalent now and still relevant now. Let me put it like that. Making decisions about your environment. So this is going back maybe a month. Maybe making a decision about not letting the kids go back to school. Or some of you making a determination about your own careers. Getting back to nature. Making that decision about going back to basics. That's really what the nature card is about. Going back to basics and making that's a serious decision. Some of you are still in the process of either making the decision or transitioning into the new thing you decided on doing. So for some of you, that's a full-time permanent work from home. For others of you, it's a complete career change, job change, total. For some others of you, it's about the kids going to be home permanently and somebody having to adjust their schedule. All of that is right there. In the midst of that is this. And so some of you may be feeling like you're going from one issue at work, coming home and dealing with a whole bunch of other issues. But the recent past is showing me somewhere somebody got to kick up the pants and got that passion reignited. And it takes strength to be courageous. Let me put that like that. To sit your butt up on a line, that takes some strength. And not just physical strength, mental strength. So it feels like some of you somewhere, and this could be, again, Taurus or Cancer, reached down in the bucket and pulled out some shit and polished it off and said, okay, I'm going to grin and bear this one out. In the meantime, that kicked up this shit right here. And sometimes it takes that kind of secondary infidelity. That's what the hell it is. You want to call it something else, whatever. Yes, is it cheating? Yeah, no, sex, no, whatever. But it's still emotional infidelity. Those of you that this is happening to, you done found out Boo-Boo's been online at 2 o'clock in the morning chatting with some thing in Kentucky somewhere. I'm just saying. It takes a certain amount of strength, not just the courage, but strength to say, okay, I'm going to try to show some compassion, try to forgive. This Judgment card has hints and tones of forgiveness. And the meaning of this card is also about forgiving. This soul here forgiving that soul. Making a decision to forgive. Just saying, it takes strength. So if you're feeling all puckered out and emotionally worn out, it's because we kicked up some shit. And it takes strength to say, okay, I'm going to forget yesterday. And I'm going to walk and embrace my future, learn whatever lessons I need to learn from the past. Because there's lessons there. if there's some kind of infidelity going on, something is wrong with the main relationship. Say what you want to. The other person was wrong. Yes, 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 and yes. But the relationships just don't break up for no reason. They either started out poorly and people didn't look at the whole picture and they got into it for the wrong shit, or they got into it for the right shit, but somewhere along the way, something stopped happening. Communication definitely stopped, and this is an air card, so that air is definitely about the inhale and exhale of words. Oh, I'm just saying, strength brings back that passion. When we get to what's going on currently, foundation and achievement. Mercury retrograde, got your brain on fire. My little thing sitting on my table over there. Got your brain going all over the place. And it's difficult. This is hard energy right now to really focus, especially if you have a lot of big things that you're dealing with, kids, relationship, job. Those are big things. Those are everyday things. So they can just have your mind all over the freeway, just gone. Try to keep your focus as best you can. Try not to make any big decisions about your home, your physical place, your address. Try not to make any big decisions about your car till we get out of Mercury retrograde. This one is Lulu. I just talked to a friend of mine. He said he locked his keys in his office today. That kind of shit. I'm just saying. So just be mindful, particularly your finances. If you have to do something, the water heater broke, air conditioner broke, whatever, read the fine print before you do. We get to the centerpiece. The challenge. Taurus, talking to you now. Stand your ground. This is your relationship. You put some sweat and tears into this. Excuse me. And I can very clearly hear your friends and your family telling you, I'd leave. Don't cheat on me on Facebook. I just leave. Yeah, okay. Okay. I hear that. And sometimes that's easier said than done. And sometimes you can't let your pride get in the way of what you're trying to achieve. And sometimes you just have to forgive somebody. That doesn't mean forget. It doesn't mean turn into an idiot and just, blow all that shit out. No, that is not what it means. But it means forgiveness with awareness. Oh. And setting some ground rules. Taurus, you may have to do this if you were the one cheated on. Cancer, you may have to do this if you were the one cheated on. However, as a couple, this is where you are right now. Standing your ground for your relationship and standing your ground as individuals so that you can have the happy home. It's not third party. This is family, kids, or kid and computer. Everything you're trying to achieve. And pumpkins in the background. Pumpkins, I think, are slow growers. They take some time. You ain't just putting no pumpkin in the ground and getting pumpkin next week. They ain't working like that. I think these are slow growers. I'm going to check that out. But in that, having a good relationship with a firm foundation take pumpkin time. I'm just saying. So stand your ground. Don't let anybody back you up and tell you how bad something is and they sitting at home eating bonbons by themselves. Something to think about. Same energy, just in a different regard. And this is just defending what you want, what your desires are, what you want to see in the future. And knowing, expecting the best. Because the success is there. If you want it, it's there. But again, stand your ground. And you're going to have to be a little defensive about what you're doing until things settle down. We get to future energy. Whoever the cheater was, going to get tired. And this is just not going to be of any one person, because hopefully by the time we get to this point, they will have already done this. And I know that's an earth card, but this is going to go either way. Whoever that third party and whoever the cheater was in the relationship, I know, it's just going to be a whole situation that's going to need to be walked away from. And all of this is boiling down to someone being discontent and bored. I just said a minute ago, Shit don't happen for no reason. Relationships just don't happen for no reason. So this is about walking away from behavior that creates discontent and boredom in your relationship. I know you like, the fuck you mean? I gotta work 20 hours a day and come home and cook the... I know. Nobody said having a healthy relationship, a good relationship, a relationship on a firm foundation. Nobody said that shit was gonna be easy. It don't come in no Jiffy Mix box, and you can't just add water and egg and milk and just stir it up, put it in the stove 30 minutes and think you're gonna come out with something good. No, it don't work that way. So you want to know why this is going on? Whoever, Taurus or Cancer, here's your answer, and that's the behavior you're gonna have to work on and walk away from. Something going on in your relationship where one or the other of you is feeling bored. It's not enough. What are you doing? I don't like this. I'm bored. Can we do something else? That kind of energy. Oh, whole deck just hit the floor. That kind of energy. And as that whole half of deck hit the floor, that might be just it. Some shit might just need to hit the floor and walk out the door. You might just need to drop something. Let some part of your relationship go. If you've been hanging out with friends separately, whether at the bar, virtually on Zoom, whatever, maybe it's time to walk back off that friendship stuff and pay attention to your relationship, whoever I'm talking to and however that's resonating. You want answers? There's your answer. Discontent and boredom. Moving forward, talking about what you want, your base chakra, and making plans to get it. Don't matter, Taurus, Cancer, don't matter. But making plans. Start making plans to start refocusing your energy back into your relationship so that you can figure out which way you want to go in the future. That is major energy, and start manifesting the things you want as a couple. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's what the cards are saying. That's what I'm saying. So, all of that said, you see this is not a cut and dry, should I stay or should I go type of energy. It is not. You guys have the option. And really, for a lot of you, it doesn't even feel like it's an option. There may be some disappointment because of whatever said behavior, cheating, blah. But trying to work on having a long... See, and both Cancer and Taurus are home and hearthy people. So y'all like the home and hearthy shit. Y'all like that. Together, y'all just thrive on that. Taurus represents it in a very different way. It's a very practical, down-to-earth kind of way. Cancer represents that in a very emotional way. So they complement each other because they both work on different aspects of the family and the family dwelling. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say today. And as I look down here on the floor, these are the big cards that fell out. The main one is time out. So the two of you may need to take a time out. Fulfillment of wishes is face up. It fell. And I can see it clearly. You may have to readjust your goals, Taurus and Cancer. It may be time to come up with a different set of rules. Things are changing. So if you thought you was going to hop on a plane at the end of the year and head your tail to Hawaii and all things would be good, doubt it. So if you can't do that, what can you do? That creative bent. We can't go away together. What else can we do? Sacrifice is also face up. What kind of new sacrifices? Some things you've been sacrificing, maybe you didn't need to sacrifice. Now it's time to trade up, do something else. Let something else go or sacrifice something else. Could be time, it could be car, could be job, could be money, could be anything. But those are the things that are coming up. The crown chakra is upside down. If I were reading reversals, I would say you're going to have to forget what you know. Didn't I say? You can't be talking about yesterday tomorrow. I'm just saying. So you're going to have to let what you go. No, Taurus, I hear your name all on that. Just letting it go. Cancer, you too. Just letting it go. Whatever happened, deal with it in the now and let it go. At the bottom of all of that, love begins. There's about 10 cards in between there. I can't see what they are, but those are the cards that I can see directly. So those are messages. You say what you want to. I don't believe in accidents and none of the rest of that. Those are messages and maybe pinpoints for you on what to work on. Claim your boundaries. Claim your boundaries right here. Claim your damn boundaries. What are they? We're not going to go beyond this point. We're not going to spend 20 hours a day on the internet. However it is. And sometimes, yeah, you got to go back to square one with relationships, because a lot of times, because we've been homebound for 2 or 3 months and we're bored, again, discontent and boredom. We're bored and we don't know what else to do. Boundaries go the hell out the window. Nope, you have to reset those boundaries. See what else? You're the boss. I'm going to say this to both Taurus and Cancer. You're the boss of your relationship. Don't let some third party come in and start telling you what's wrong with your relationship. That sucks. And that's exactly the energy I get right here, is that some third party, oh, I can, I don't have to work overtime on my job. I make plenty of money. That kind of bullshit. You're the boss. Cancer, Taurus, whoever the hell I'm talking to, you are the boss. So don't let somebody get into the middle of your relationship telling you how the hell, what the hell, because they don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying. That discontent and boredom. Y'all need to play. Find something. I know y'all done played all the Monopoly. Come up with something. But this is couples. Taurus, Cancer, not the kids. Couples. And I know things are tough and you can figure some shit out, but you need to find at least 1 hour every week where the two of you are not talking about bills and children and problems and situations and circumstances, but just to go play. See what the granny cards got real quick. Looks like I'm under time. That's good. I'm going to take them. Don't believe what you hear. That's coming right back here. That's stand your ground. 3 of Cups, 7 of Wands. People all up in your shit. You got to get defensive. Don't believe when people, don't believe what you hear. When my man cheated on Facebook, they went to the hotel. Believe what somebody else telling you about your relationship. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Because they don't know. They know what they wish it was. Because they know at the end of all of this, and I think I'm talking to Taurus now, you're happy. Okay, disappointed, yeah, we get, yeah. But overall, you all right. There's a whole lot of folks out here ain't all right. I'm just saying. So don't let anybody, that again, don't believe what you hear. Don't believe what you hear. For some of you, it may well be, well, the key word there, thought, I thought I saw her in the car. Don't believe what you hear. Don't believe what you hear. People out here telling all kind of stories. Hey, there you go. Be all in or all out. Don't come with no half-ass shit. If you're going to do this, Taurus, Cancer, be all in or be all out. Half-assing it ain't going to get it. Relationships require 100%. I know y'all like, ladies, shut up. I'm just saying. Just saying. Taurus, let your Cancer know how you feel. I know that's for you. Let them know. Let them know how you feel. Sometimes we get so damn stuck up in our little tails and the bull snorting and horns sharpened up and shit. We think people just automatically should know where we are, where our hearts are. It's not always like that. It's not always like that. And if you've ever had to sharpen your horns in your relationship and run through the china shop, that leaves pause for some people. Now, we know we still care about the person, but the person on the receiving end of that might not know that. So there is a point, there's room in here, the time out sitting down here on the floor. There's room in here for conversation. Heart-to-heart conversation. Mercury retrograde is actually a good time to have them, let's go back down memory lane type, heart-to-heart, in so much as you need to remember why you got together. That part. Taurus, my bully babies, I love you. You know I do. Cancers, I love y'all too. I hope everybody has a good July. I'm praying for a calm and smooth month. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.